Touch me, tease me, feel me and caress me. Hold on tight and don't let go. Baby, I'm about to explode.
Great M3 sing-along mode.
Like a sing-along.
Yeah. I love me.
It's the Thaunties with the M3 events.
Yes, ma'am.
Sing-along.
Yes.
What's up, y'all?
Yay. I'm
Thanks for
excited
tuning
to
in
be here.
today. We have a beautiful special guest in the building today. What's up, Mechelle?
Hi, you guys. I'm excited to be here. I'm Mechelle Porter with M3 Events.
Let's
the
go.
Hey.
You see, we kicked it off with a sing-along.
Sing along. Let's
Sing
one of her events, and we like to sing.
That is one of her events.
We
We love
always
singing.
sing along. For those tuning in for the first time, what's up? We the Thaunties, a talk show from Louisville, Kentucky that focuses on lifestyle, empowerment, and uplifting Black-owned businesses, giving them a platform to showcase and do what they do, and just act the fool on Thursdays and cocktails with friends. I'm Fifi. I'm 1/3 of the Thaunties.
I'm Mika J.
And I'm Foxy.
Yeah, so this is what we do every Thursday. So we like to get somebody in and kick it with us. And we're so glad that you are here with us.
I'm excited to be here.
today.
I'm so excited. The vibe, the welcoming, and I have a cocktail.
That's
so, hey,
right.
I'm
Yeah,
winning.
grab a
And we had a
cocktail.
sing-along.
And we had us sing along.
Yeah. So tell us more about what you do at M3
Yes.
Events.
So as I said, I am Mechelle Porter. I am the CEO and owner of M3 Events. I do any type of event. I call myself event planning without limitation. So
Love
whatever
it.
you need, we can make it happen. My biggest event that I'm beyond proud of is that I'm part of the team that does the trifecta galas. So this is our last year, but we went out with a bang with Bruno Mars.
Nice.
Shout out
Yes.
to the Bridgman family who just pours and gives back to
Love
our
it.
community.
I love it. I love
that I'm part of their team. In addition to that, galas, weddings, most recently the sing-alongs that we've been having at the Loft at the Biscuit Lounge. That's why we kicked it off with our singing. Love it. It's not karaoke.
Okay.
A lot of people think that it's karaoke, but it's sing-along. I've seen it in New York. I was like, hey, we need something like that in Louisville for my grown and sophisticated and sexy crowd.
Yeah.
We sit around Sunday after you go get your blessing, go get your church on.
Go get your worship.
Then come afterwards, and join us. And we basically, it's like I said, it's not karaoke. We're sitting around, we're eating, we're sipping, having brunch, and we're playing those songs that we grew up on. Like that.
That, like that.
Tevin Campbell. Tevin Campbell, I'm sorry. And,
Can you top?
Can you talk? All of that. Of course, the BBD and New Edition is done for me because, I'm the seventh member of New Edition.
She loves them.
Let me throw my little NE plug in there. But it's just something where we're singing along.
Yes.
So everybody's singing together, so you don't have to get up there and feel like, okay, I'm embarrassed, I got to get up here and sing in front of everybody. Everybody, after a few cocktails, everybody wants to sing. Everybody. And my mama was in there last month, girl, doing her Tina Turner rendition. I was like, she thought she was
Pipe
back
down,
on
mama,
Southern
pipe down.
University's football field, shaking everything that God gave her. But that's what I do: galas, weddings, sing-alongs, just pretty much whatever you need done. M3 Events can help you do. Also, in addition to that, I can plan a party in my sleep, but I also like to give back. My water drives, I did when Texas was in need of water. I woke up one day, so Mom, I want to send some water to Texas. She's like, okay, this child got another crazy idea.
But it worked.
Made it happen. I wanted to send one semi to Texas. We ended up sending 3 semis of water with the help of UPS and several other vendors and things of that nature. So I also like to do things that are giving back to the community because I'm an unapologetic Christian and will do whatever I can to, to show everybody, I'm nothing without God.
That's right.
I can party, but I'm a partying Christian.
I know it's right.
Yeah, but I also see you do other things aside of like planning events like groundbreakings. I know the new Goodwill Center that was coming at 28th and Broadway.
Yeah, I was just there celebrating my good friend Devon Holt and his great team, which is, I'm a West End girl, so I was just to see that in the West End. But I have done groundbreakings and ribbon cuttings with the Molo Village.
Yeah.
Down on.
I'm gonna say I know it was
Market.
something
Yep,
important.
It was.
Okay.
Yep.
Something very important.
I was
that
with
you
you.
did.
I can't take credit for that one, but yeah, I have done groundbreakings and ribbon cuttings.
Nice.
So is this your background doing events?
Actually went to school to do human resources. Graduated from Purdue University. Shout out to the Boilermakers.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I went through the Black Achievers program, which I'm sure many people are familiar with. And when I graduated, they helped my single mother put me through college. So when I graduated, I came back and volunteer with their banquet that they have every year. And that's how I got interested in doing event planning. Got partnered with Charlotte Young with Power to Excel. I was her event director for several years.
Oh, you sure wasn't you?
Yep, for several years. And I figured, hey, I can do this, make some money for myself. And that's how I got it transitioned into M3 events. The M is for Mechelle. The 3 is for my mom, who I'm nothing without, and my 2 boys. So that's what the 3 stands for.
I love that.
I do too. So did you ever work in HR?
I did.
Yeah, do you still do it?
As I just said, I'm a Jamaican.
Yeah.
I just told you.
Yep, I was, actually, I've done HR recruitment for, almost 30 years. I started out in assisted living with Atria for 13 years. I worked in several assisted living companies, and I've done contract work recently. And when I was with Atria, I was doing nurse recruiting for their directors of nursing. They were like, why don't you go back to school to be a nurse? I was like, I don't know what drug you're smoking. That's not in my ministry, because I'm old, I'm seasoned saint is what I call myself. Because I was doing it when I was in my 40s. But
You're not quite seasoned saint.
girl, kids will make you.
They
They season you up a little bit.
It makes you a little gangster.
Extra gangster.
That part. So, but they said they'll pay for it. So what I did, I went to school during the day, and then they needed a recruiter to support their California hours, which was 3 hours. So basically, I worked second shift, went to school in the morning, and they paid for it.
Nice.
So I
So
figured-
now you got your
nursing degree.
Now you got a nursing degree.
And I did it later. I was in my 40s doing it, but I figured I'll always have a job. So between HR and nursing and M3 events, which, I love doing, hey, I'm hustling.
Yeah, I love it.
Hustling mama.
You almost
I
got
love
to.
that.
Oh, you have to.
You have to, especially
I
in this economy. Like you have no
ma'am.
clue what's happening.
Yep. Yes,
No?
ma'am.
Love it.
So what do you prefer to do? Like, what's your favorite thing
Oh,
to
God.
do?
I would say in the order, event planning, then nursing. I forgot to say the airport. Then the airport, then the HR.
Oh, so HR blast.
Hell yeah.
Because
People. Yeah, because
Honey.
people will drive you. They will take you there.
all the way there.
I mean, you would think, like, when you're dealing with adults, that they would
No,
just come
because
to
adults are
work.
sometimes
You
worse
think they
than
would
kids.
just come to work and do what they're supposed to do,
Yeah,
but they don't.
don't.
It's the
like,
worst.
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's
And then it's like, okay, I've interviewed you. You've gone through the whole thing. You clearly know I got to study for that drug test. So why did you even go
Not
and take
study
it?
for it.
Why even go take it when you
Why take it?
know?
Hold on, honey.
You're-
I think I just learned something new today. I didn't know you could study for drug tests.
It is a
You do have
study.
to prepare
It's
yourself.
A study of sorts.
Yeah, if you gotta study and prepare for that, don't even waste my
Don't
time.
waste your
You
time.
know you're not gonna pass
Yeah.
the background.
But if you're not new in healthcare, you know how to pass that test.
That's true.
Study for the test.
I'm gonna need you to study.
That part.
And if I was a recruiter, I'd be saying, now, do you need to study for this test?
So I can give you a hint. So don't go in there failing.
Don't go tomorrow because you're not ready.
Let me know what data.
Let me know what works for you.
Let me know what day.
Exactly.
Because I will say for sure, like, just because you have a little THC in your system don't mean you're a bad nurse, aide,
No.
or any of the
No.
things in healthcare. But baby, know that you can't go in there dirty.
You can't, yeah, tell me what day you
Not
can't
go in there.
That's right. But
Yeah.
a lot of companies aren't even testing for certain
Yeah.
drugs anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's
so-
hard to when it
Kentucky?
being legal
In Kentucky? I'm
yeah.
asking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some of them are
Okay.
not. Or,
Well, GE, right? They don't test
I
for.
don't know because I don't work there.
No,
I
but
tell
I've
you that all
heard
the
people
time.
say that the GE doesn't test
Yeah,
for
I've heard
weed
it too.
anymore.
I've
Yeah,
heard
I've
several
heard
companies
that.
are not testing
Yeah.
for weed anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
heard that.
Well, because it's almost like it's legal so many other places.
Exactly.
If you go on
You could-
vacation, you know you got high.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If
I
you
don't
go to
do drugs,
Denver, but I mean, if you go to Denver, I mean, it's legal. If you go to Chicago, it's legal.
if you go to Indianapolis.
It's
Yeah.
legal.
That part.
So yeah, so then you just can't really. It's hard to manage.
Yes,
I think.
yes, I
That's
believe
a
Well,
so.
good
and the
point.
thing about it is that it stays in your system so long.
That part.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's 30
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
Right.
And so, you could have not had it for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But it's
Right,
still in
but
there.
it's still there.
And the crazy
So that's
thing
kinda
is, you can
hard
go
to
smoke
penalize.
crack and it'll be gone tomorrow, and that's not fair. It's really discriminatory.
Crack leaves your system in 24-hour period?
No, she just said that. She's crazy.
Hey,
I was like,
it's like, really? We make up shit on this shit. And you saw me, I was like, damn, I ain't know that shit.
but look, I was like, I was gonna smile and nod for hours.
No, but some does leave your system fast. Like the cocaine.
Well, Coke is fast. It's not
that's
30
how crack
days.
is. No, it's something that goes.
But crack
fast.
has a
Like
little bit
meth.
of additive to it. It's
Dude,
not
what-
just
what you
crack.
put with
I
it?
don't know. Do crack.
I don't know.
Crack is whack. Is what you said.
Say no to
I'm gonna
drugs.
tell y'all that all drugs have at least serious drugs are 3 to 7 days at least.
Okay. Yeah.
THC is the highest, but
Yeah.
it's 3 to 7 days.
I wonder why.
Now, opioids is what you might be talking about. They can leave your system, and so can benzodiazepines, like all your analytics, you know, like your Xanaxes, your
Those
Xanny
things.
bars, and all those things. You got to have those in your system.
Perks.
They'll rinse. Yeah, that's yeah.
Those
So
drugs.
that'll leave in 24 hours?
In about 24. If you don't have any more, man, you can't have it.
Oh, so that's why they go. That's why they go break it into the damn pharmacy. Give me my drugs. I'm not high no more.
right now. That
You can still test positive for probably about 24 hours, but
Okay.
you know it's thought to be effective in about 6. That's why they
Damn,
order it every 6
that's,
hours.
I'm like fee then, because that's not fair.
Yeah, it's discriminatory.
Like that's crap.
It's
That's
weed.
definitely discriminatory.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
yeah.
Because why we got to stay on your system for 30 days?
That's not discrimination. That's how God made it, baby.
God didn't make the
But
weed like
we
that.
You
Yeah,
are.
like-
Yes, He did. That stuff grows.
It's from the earth.
It's from the earth.
You don't think this from the earth of these men?
What? What men?
Hey, the weed that Jesus grew is gone. This is new weed.
Yeah, because this stuff now,
This is not Jesus weed.
yeah, it's a whole different ballgame.
Y'all don't make that up.
Oh, see how we get off track this year?
Yeah.
And it probably made you think like, Lord, what is a Thauntie? Did you think that?
Did you think that?
did.
Okay,
What do you
tell
think
us
it
what
was?
you thought.
I guess I thought it was a combination of thought and auntie. I'm not going to even lie.
Everybody does.
So give me the real definition. No,
Okay.
that is not my 3D here.
So, a Thauntie is a term of endearment for a mature, confident woman with a turn up in her spirit.
You better look.
Oh,
let me
God.
tell y'all. Did y'all see she set up her chest? Said it.
Very
Look,
confidently.
I don't know, y'all
Said it.
see how I just looked at her, but I was like, well, shit. I want to be a Thauntie.
I mean, so.
I think I am a Thauntie. Sign me up.
I need a shirt.
Wait, who No, man. Wasn't that Mike that said we was bringing all the thoughts in?
Yeah, we was a
thought rehab.
Yeah, thought rehab.
No,
as well.
that was what you call it?
Jamie, it was
Mario.
I think it was Mike. I don't know.
One of the guys on our show, which would be true
I was
because
just saying,
thoughts
might need that.
need rehab. Hello?
It was Mike because he
Yeah.
said thoughts need.
Hey,
They need
I think
rehab.
everybody's had a thought moment in their life.
At one point in
Exactly.
time.
Let's talk
Yeah.
about yours. You want to talk about yours?
We gonna leave them days in the past.
Right.
Leave them in the
That's
past.
right, because now we Thaunties, baby.
Now we are
And now
Thaunties.
we are doing checking off boxes
Yes.
and getting jobs and
Goals
having
and
careers and
that part.
crushing goals, all that good stuff, and pivoting. And it sounds like you have pivoted quite a bit.
You have done
Yeah,
well.
so when do you know, like, okay, it's time for me to do something else?
Whew, God. As we were talking about, I think 40s. For me, I was just like, okay, it's time to pivot, do what makes me happy, and to be. I was telling you, I'm big on peace. If you are messing up my peace, disrupting my peace, I can't do you. So I'm all about stuff that brings me peace and it takes me to a closer relationship with God.
Okay.
I'm big on that. I'm trying to continue to grow spiritually, and I ain't gonna lie. I tell my kids I'm an educated thug. I am proud to be from the West End, so I
Same.
try to keep that part put up. So don't let the smile fool you, because that side will come out, and you'll be like, "Oh, that's not the smile of Mechelle. I didn't know that." She used those choice words. Yeah, I can make up some cuss words for you, but
Oh, wow.
yeah, we try to. But
I like it, because you are always smiling beautifully.
Yeah,
and that's the
she
ones
is.
you got to watch.
They the ones. They been to smack the shit out of you.
and won't
Them
think
the
twice
ones.
about it.
Them the ones you got to watch.
And I tell people a lot of times, and I'm not ashamed, I struggle like everybody else. So even though I put on that face,
Yeah.
I'm not apologetic and saying, at home, I could be on my knees crying, trying to like, God, how am I gonna make this work? How
Yeah.
is this gonna turn out?
Yeah.
Or I've been that person where I've lost my job and didn't know where,
Right.
you know, how the bills
Yeah.
were gonna be paid. And I'm not ashamed to say that, to tell somebody, okay, even if you're in that boat, He'll make it work.
Yeah.
He'll work it out when you like, okay, God, I give up. Like I just told you, new job yesterday.
Right. Yeah.
So He always works it out. So for me, it's just as long as I stay grounded in Him. But
That's
my
it.
40s is when I really was like, okay, I think it really sunk in. 'Cause, you know, we all been there. We didn't listen to our mom. It's like she don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm sure my youngest is thinking that about me right now. Like she don't know what she's talking about. But now that I'm older and I've lived and I know where my strength comes from. Yeah, I would say 40s is when I was just like, okay, God, just guide me.
Yeah.
And I went to, we were in church, I think it was last Sunday before, and he said, even if you don't know what to pray, just say to God, I don't know what to pray.
Right.
There you go.
And
That's it.
say,
Because they tell you He puts the desires on your heart.
He does.
He does.
So He
does.
knows what you should be praying for.
He
Yeah.
does. He said, even if you don't know what to pray, just say, God, you know what
You know
I need.
You know what I need?
Yeah.
I don't know what to pray.
Yeah.
Amen.
You know
Amen.
the
That's
desires of
He
my
knows.
heart.
there you
Yeah.
go.
You know what I need.
He will
Yeah.
work it out.
Right.
That's
Work
right.
it out.
I love it. So what we like to do after we have our little, get our cocktails in us,
Yes,
we do
ma'am.
drop it like a Thauntie. We talk about hot topics and just give our Thauntie's opinion on what's going on. So we shared a post earlier. This young lady was talking about when you get in your 40s, like the 5 things that she's not doing. She's not going back and forth with people. Like she's not showing up if she don't want to show up.
No.
If she wants to go and nobody wants to go, she's gonna go alone.
Right.
So now I call that living in our IDAGF. Is that right?
I don't give a fuck.
I don't
yes,
GAF era.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, that's the what era
Yeah.
it is.
I
So-
agree.
That's going to be a Facebook
Yeah.
post.
I agree.
That's where I'm living right
Yeah.
now. That's going to be my hashtag.
Okay. Yeah.
I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so when did you feel like you kind of entered into that era?
Definitely mid to late 40s, but definitely when I hit 50. A lot of people don't really, I'll be 54 in October.
What?
A lot of people, yes, but
Go
50
ahead on.
was it for me. Like, I don't have a problem with traveling by myself. Love to travel. I don't have a problem with going out to eat by myself at all. A lot of people are like, "Oh, you went to eat by yourself?" Yeah.
Yeah.
Whole restaurant.
Look, multiple
Yes,
drinks,
ma'am.
all by myself.
Right.
Multiple,
Yeah.
totally am fine. As I said, no is a complete sentence
Complete.
in every language. I have no problem with saying no. I don't feel like doing it. I don't want to do it. And yes, you were talking about in HR people. If you talk all day, when I get home,
Okay.
peace. Give me that
Time to
moment.
decompress.
Decompress. I don't want to talk.
Yes.
Just give me a moment to just woosah, because when you've talked all day, when you're in event planning, even though you love it, but you know you got to
Yeah.
be on for
You gotta
people
be
all the
on.
time.
Yeah.
You need some time to just do you.
Yeah.
So I don't have a problem with being. I don't have a problem with being with Mechelle at all. So I would say 50. 50 would be when I was just like, hey, I'm okay. I'm okay with Mechelle.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. And I think maybe it was 40. I think from the time I got divorced, I kind of lived that I am going to do me, and I have got to live unapologetically. But maybe more once my daughters got grown, because when you got kids,
Yes.
you really can't, you got to GAF. It's sometimes.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I tell you, I'm right
You
there
got
with
to.
you.
Yeah.
I'm
But
right there with you.
but when they got grown, like I don't have to. Like I can just
do
be
you.
me. I can just do whatever I want to. And so I was talking to my therapist about it, because therapy is important.
That part.
You should have Jesus and therapy.
Go once a month.
And I was telling her, like, I'm finding myself, I really just don't give a fuck. Like, and she was just like, it's okay. You just have to balance your fucks. Like, you just,
Fucks you get.
Oh my God, I love that.
That was hilarious.
you know,
Love that.
But that is really true, though.
yeah, it's like it's okay not to.
Yeah.
But some things you got to,
You do.
because you got to handle your business. You
Yeah.
gotta
Right.
be on, and you just, I guess you shouldn't just take it for things for what
Yeah.
they are.
Oh my God, you just hit the nail on the head, because I tell everybody, I tease my son, love him dearly. I have a 25 and a 17-year-old, and I tell everybody when my 25-year-old went to college, he was hitting more than a book. So I got my beautiful Riley.
Yeah. What he was doing was hitting them.
Yeah, love him dearly, but I say that jokingly. But that was the daughter I never had, was my granddaughter. But God knew to make me a boy mom, because I promise you, if he had given me a girl, one of us would, God bless you, one of us would not have made it, because he knew when I needed to get it. But I tell them, same thing, like, I have a 17-year-old. Those are my grandkids. I didn't choose to be Mimi, so I'm Mimi when it fits in Michelle's schedule. So as you say, I do give an F about them, love them dearly, but I'm still raising my own child.
Right.
So it's when I can make it. They will never go without. You know that as far as your grandkids and your kids. But at the end of the day, I got to make sure Michelle's okay, because I can't pour into somebody else unless I'm okay.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah, and so y'all see the post about y'all, those new grannies.
No, what is it?
I will not be granny.
Grannies and glamours. They talk about y'all, how y'all don't want to take care of y'all's grandkids.
Now, see,
That's not true.
Yeah, that's
I'm going to say my mama was probably the first OG with that, because my mama was definitely like, I'm not watching these kids. I'm in these streets. We out of here. I'm not watching your babies.
My mama went in the streets, but baby, she was only watching for work or school.
She wasn't in the streets like that, but her and Lawrence was traveling all the time. She wasn't thinking about me and them kids. They were hers. That's what she was saying.
Well, my mom, she did. She was like gonna help, but it was only for work or school. It wasn't so that I could be in the streets.
Oh, yeah.
Right, exactly.
I thank the Lord
Work
for
or
Barbara, because Barbara was definitely like, oh, you can go out. Bring the babies. Thank you, Barbara. Barbara was. She was the most amazing babysitter. She's gone now, but my mother-in-law, she definitely was that one that bring the kids to me.
See, that's my mama. That's where I'm like,
You my mama.
The babysitter need a babysitter.
Right.
like, I'm trying to
I'm doing me.
Like, I got one
Yeah.
more year.
Yeah.
You know, I'll be an emotional wreck during senior year.
Yeah.
But when if it's, you know, if you desperately need me, I'll make it work. But if it's changing my schedule and plans I already had, y'all better figure it out.
Figure it out. Figure it out. Yeah. So, but yeah, I like this era. Tiff, what about you? Haven't told much about this, about being in your IDGAF era.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
IDGAF.
I've kind of been that way for a while, I will say, just because I learned early that you can't really put too much into what people say and think about you.
That part.
Because it don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, who cares? Are they paying your bills?
That's the part.
Right.
Yeah.
Not
That's the
really.
part.
Bills.
Not really.
But and so we say that, right? Like we want to be in this era, but Kamika always tells us no. Like if we go out, and I always like, come on, we peer pressure her, we talk about her, we rag on how much she does, and then she gives in.
Sometimes I
She
do.
gives
Sometimes.
in. So I guess we should be respectful of people's no's.
Yeah.
You gotta be respectful of people's no's.
Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes you just don't want to. Like I am, sometimes I don't have the mental capacity to deal with people. And so if I tell you no, I don't give a damn. Like I'm literally in my bed watching a series and I don't really care what you think. I just don't want to go.
You're like, I'm perfectly content.
I'm content.
You gotta recharge.
You do. Like you have, and especially with, I've been a runner for forever. My kids have always kept me busy. Yes. So if I have the opportunity, I don't have nothing to do, I'm not doing nothing.
You're like me. I go home and close the door. Like, don't even.
If you see my door closed.
Don't.
Like I just need a little me time.
Yep. You have to have that. And I like how you touched on therapy. That has saved my life. Yeah. Literally. I know I'm glad we're getting away from that stigmatism of it's bad to have a therapist.
Yeah.
But it's so good to have somebody that's unbiased that can talk to you and help you see things from a different perspective.
Right.
Yeah. You could be my best friend. You're going to be biased. Even though you love me different, love me dearly, and you may tell me the hardcore truth, you're still going to be biased because you're partial to my feelings. Whereas a therapist is going to tell you, look at it from this way. Yeah. Look at it from that way.
I need a therapist like that because I feel like, and maybe I'm fine, but I feel like my therapist perpetuates my BS because she's like, oh yeah, like like everything I say, like,
I love it.
And I'm just like, no, tell me that I'm messed up, and then I should do this, and this, and she's like, no, I think you're perfectly fine. I think that you got everything figured out. You're just afraid, like So,
and then you pay her.
Insurance does it.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing, like,
She said then you pay her.
I have not had therapy, but I know that I've had some growth. I read a lot of, listen to a lot of books.
what I'm talking about.
But guess what? When you listen to a book and you retain it, and you know what they're talking about, and you can
recall it. Yeah.
So it's kind of like reading, right?
I agree.
Thank you. All right. So
what works.
I've listened to several.
Don't be
books.
Who
Who was that person that said that they had like 400 books? Who was it?
Cat Williams.
Cat Williams.
I'm
3,000 books.
And it hasn't read one. Or listened to one.
Tiffany might be at a 3,000 mark. The way
I'm not.
The way she listens.
I do listen to books
What,
almost every
want to
day.
say 100 a year?
But I just been writing stuff down. You know, writing it down
The important facts.
and then like pouring into myself, like, what am I doing wrong? And then I'm not being like, oh, I ain't done nothing wrong, I'm perfect. No, I see the things that I've done.
yeah,
You got to be
that's
honest
it.
with yourself. And if you can't look in the mirror and
That
say like,
part,
okay,
that's
this is
it.
really a wig. You know what I'm saying?
But you pay for it. It's yours. All the
No. Some people can't look in the
don't
mirror and be
know.
honest.
Right.
But I'm not talking about like, oh honey, I bought this. This is my no, baby.
You gotta
Some
own up
feel a
to
wig.
your
You know what I'm
you
saying?
gotta own up to where you messed
And when
up.
you can't ever do a self-assessment correctly,
That's it.
it's bad. It's bad.
It is.
And so you have to be honest with yourself. And sometimes, and that's what I do. And I just look at myself and like, okay, then are you being a little bit too judgmental? Are you trying to refer on others about what you feel about yourself? Or you know what I'm saying? Like you have to really do that deep work in yourself. And if I don't need a therapist for it, because sometimes I just talk to God and He's talking to me. He knows.
He's like, look.
I'll tell you this, just being a transparent moment, like you know how y'all would be like, you're just so judgy, and I would be like, I don't really know why they say that. Like, I'm not really judgy. And I really had to get to a point that I was like, maybe I am. Like, let me see, why am I like that? Where, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really, like you do, you really have to check yourself
If
because
you can.
Yeah.
if you can,
Some people
or-
don't realize that they even talking about people or that they judging people
Right.
or that, you know, that.
But if more than one person is telling you, then you have to look at yourself and be like, well, what is it that I'm doing? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I will say that it took me to get to 40-something to get to that point where I was
called growth.
willing to accept that
Look at yourself.
criticism.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
have to be able to look at yourself without judgment,
That's
right?
it.
Like, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
it.
Just look at yourself like, okay, this is what it is.
Yeah.
This is how I can fix it.
Yes.
Like,
That's
Yes. And you got to be willing. That's the thing.
That's it. You have to
gotta be
and
willing.
Piggyback on what you just said. I went through a phase where I think a lot of us, like you were talking about therapists like that, you don't go see a therapist, or it's wrong for us to admit that we're depressed. There's nothing wrong with it, but you got to be willing to want help. And I will, another transparent moment, I've gone through depression. I still struggle with depression, especially when I lost my dear grandmother. Like, I went into deep depression because my grandmother, that was like, love my mama dearly, but me and my grandmother was, thick as thieves. But just life will, life be life.
Life be life.
So everybody, women, we're supposed to be strong, carry everything on our shoulders. Nothing phases us. But you might be at home in the corner crying, laid out on the floor.
And nobody even knows.
Nobody even knows.
Because you put on this facade.
I do it all the time. But it's okay to say, okay, I'm struggling.
Yeah.
Have that one person or two people, whoever you can reach out to and say, I'm not okay. I need, come pray with me or sit with me, or I'm in that dark space that I need help. There's nothing wrong with being vulnerable. I'd rather you tell me I'm struggling than me to be calling you and you've gotten so dark that
I can't even pull you out.
I can't pull you out, or you've tried to do something to harm
All right,
me.
and now you're suicide. Like
Yeah,
this.
you now
Exactly.
you're gone.
You're gone.
Yeah,
So,
because it's high. The numbers
Because
are
you
high.
really should be at a, like Mechelle said, if there's just one person that you can call when you are in those moments, because getting pulled out of darkness is tough.
Very.
And really, you don't even. And I've told them, like, last year was probably the toughest year I've ever had in my life, where I'm not a depressed person. I've never felt depressed, and I've had life knock me before, but last year knocked, and I was just, it would be days that I would be like, I gotta get out of bed. Like, I can't let her see me like this. I have to be able to push through, and where I would push through and I would fake it till I make it, and I get back home and I would just cry again. Like, this is crazy. But you have to get to a point where you don't let that keep you there.
Right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
it.
You have
That's
to
it.
want to get out of that
Yeah.
space.
It reminds
agree.
me of Robin G's one of her poems where she said, "I have birthed generations,
That part.
but I can't get up off.
I can't get off the couch.
That's
And
it.
so that just shows like how much that we do and how much we put forth, and just sometimes you just cannot.
You can't.
Yep.
You just cannot.
That is very
It's just
true.
the mental capacity
out,
is
Robin.
done. Yeah, shout out to Robin.
Robin G.
Yeah.
Robin, yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, that's kind of like the difference between someone who really is clinically depressed, and someone who is going through a phase of depression.
Yeah.
People who are clinically depressed and has diagnosis
Yeah.
of depression, they can't pull themselves
Yeah,
out.
right.
And they take some medication
Yes.
to pull
Right.
them out.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
And it's okay too.
That is totally okay.
That's totally okay. But I'm just saying, like, but that's the difference of being able to do it yourself,
Yeah.
because you know,
Yeah.
and being able to do those steps that you know. And it is really is to just keep moving.
That's it.
Yeah,
Is to
like,
keep
really,
moving.
for real.
And when you stop moving, it's when you get stagnant and you start just going sinking deeper
Yeah,
and
deeper
deeper and
That's it.
Well,
deeper.
Jennifer Lewis, is that what her name, Jennifer Lewis?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When you sit in your shit, you start to smell like it.
Yeah.
So you can't sit there.
You
gotta
can't
go.
sit
You
there.
gotta
Like you would
keep
have to
moving.
force your.
Yeah.
And sometimes
keep
a
moving.
shower
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
helps you.
Oh my
It
God.
just is
Yeah.
so
Yes.
amazing
Yeah.
what a
Washes it
shower
out.
can do.
But
Yeah.
what happens when you're in depression?
You don't
Sometimes
want to take a
don't wanna
shower.
You
You
don't
don't
know.
even want to
Let me
shower.
just wash my face
Yes.
and go.
Yes.
And you don't get that refresh.
Yeah, refresh.
Shower, get out, and just walk.
Yeah, or just walk.
Take a 30-minute
Just-
walk, just get out.
Just get
or-
out.
Yeah,
Fresh air.
Sometimes
Yeah,
it's just
something.
fresh air.
Oh,
that'll
and you
wake
know what you can do? Ground yourself. Y'all know black women, y'all don't really like to take y'all shoes off. I'm from the country. I like to walk barefooted. I would take my shoes off
Girl,
and
my
go
shoes-
out
my
there
shoes off right
and
now.
get in that grass, baby, and ground. Like, it is something to ground. Like, it's a real thing.
Honey, I'm the same way. I'm from the country. We're from the backwoods of Louisiana. We were barefoot out in the grass. Most definitely.
Yeah, it
so-
means like that.
Well, cool. So we got to keep it moving at this point too. And so what we also like to do is do Ask a Thauntie. And usually people generally they send us some questions or comments and want our advice. But today we're gonna put you in the hot seat. You ready for some little fun, little hot
Yes,
seat questions?
okay.
Okay, cool.
Drum roll.
All right, easy start. So who's your celebrity crush?
Oh God. She would ask that question.
Who? Idris?
Yes. We're yes.
You gonna let her tell you?
everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody loves you, baby. You are everybody's crush.
Yeah,
And you my husband.
You caught me off
How you
guard.
gonna be my husband
No,
and they
I
crush?
take that back. No, what's his name that used to be on the show that was filmed in New Orleans? He's the one.
In New Orleans.
Oh, y'all, the dark skin. I can't think of his name.
Oh, Ralph Angel.
Oh, girl, yes.
Yeah, Ralph
Hey,
Angel. He's
I
the
just
one-
watched
he's
Girl
so
Strips
cute.
yesterday too, and I was
Hey.
like, that man is fine,
He's
fine.
so fine. You gotta look him
love
up.
my
He's
man,
a
so babe,
chocolate
please
baby.
Please
Ooh,
don't
he-
mishear me, but Ralph
baby.
Angel.
Ralph Angel.
love my man.
What is his real name though?
I don't know. Ralph Angel.
I don't know.
Say
Baby.
Ralph Angel.
Queen Sugar. You won't know who we talking about.
Yeah.
You know them ones that you can just they walk. You can tell they got that
He got a
walk.
swag about him,
That
baby.
he would just knock your whole back out.
Yes.
Did I say that? I'm sorry.
I feel like that about your boy.
I'm sorry.
You brought it up. So now here we go.
Ralph Angel got that walk and them lip. You know they gotta have that
His
walk
lips.
and them lips that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, we love it.
I'm
I just
Digress. Let me get
Yeah.
back.
Come back.
Got you. So, if you could, would you rather have sex with Ralph Angel on a beach in Bali or your boo on a balcony in Miami?
My boo, because Miami is our spot. Miami is our vacation spot.
Yes.
We got some memories in Miami.
So since she ain't been on that balcony.
Miami's our spot. In Miami with my baby.
I love it. How long have y'all dated?
3 years in March.
Okay.
And a prime example of how God will, and I'm being transparent, you know how you in a situationship or whatever y'all want to call it.
That's what they
that
are.
you not that
Supposed to
that's
be in.
You're not supposed to be in, and it's not meant for you. And God was like, okay, I'm gonna keep dropping this brick on you. And once He dropped that last brick, and I took some time to just focus on Mechelle. Literally, one of my girlfriends was like, come go with me to a Life Jennings concert. And actually, I take that back. We met at my water drive.
Oh, shut up.
The
For real?
bros came
Yeah.
and helped me with my
Look at
water
you doing the
drive.
Lord's work, and he sits
See?
up
Yeah,
about it
he
to
was
you.
there. You know, we met, but you know, but then I seen him at the Life Jennings concert, and he was like, "Oh, you're the water lady. Come sit with us," because I was just standing there. I was by myself, and we've been together
See,
ever
go
since.
out by yourself.
See,
by myself.
ladies, go on your own.
Met, I
love
mean,
it.
wonderful Christian guy, just very spiritually grounded. We're Team Peace. Like we
Y'all both have been through something.
we both been through some stuff, and we complement each other. Like I'm the happy,
Yeah.
you know, off the chain, and he's the calm, like laid back.
When's your
wanna be at
birthday?
home. October 13th. I'm a Libra. Team
He's
Libra.
Libra, and what is he?
He's December 30th.
Oh, Lord. Oh, so he's a Capricorn.
Yeah.
So yeah, we are
Okay.
totally like, because so much so when I say, okay, I like to travel, let's go to the beach.
Yeah.
He's like, I can put some sand in the backyard and play. That's not
That's not what I'm talking about.
not quite what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
not where I'm trying to go.
All right, so last hot seat question.
Yes, ma'am.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Prayerfully retired.
Oh, man.
The youngest out of college
Right.
by then, because he'll be going in. So that'll be 5 years. Got 1 year in high school.
Right.
So get him out and on his own, and just continuing to live peacefully. That's where I
love
see
it.
myself. And doing more, even though, like I said, I can do parties in my sleep. I want to do more that's giving back to my community, and more spiritual based events.
Yeah.
So, like I said, love to party, love to turn up, but I really want to do some stuff where we're bringing people to
Yes.
Christ. You all remember when we used to have church revivals?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So stuff that I'm helping to let people know.
Like huge events.
We
Huge
are.
events. I would love to
We
do
would
that.
love to help you because
I
we
would
are
love
always
that.
looking for different ways to give back, and we all are Christian. This is our PK right here.
Let the Lord
Love it.
use us.
Let the Lord
would
He's
use
working
us.
on me, y'all.
Hey, I'm a work in progress. So
We
believe me,
all are.
a work
We
in
all
progress.
are.
We all are.
But we all see the news every day.
Yes.
I mean, it was a news story popped up when I was driving here about somebody who was shot, a 17-year-old, and I just feel like it's time to give back,
Give back.
to our community and let these younger babies see that, you know,
You can get out of here.
yeah, that might be the route that you've been taught your whole life,
Yeah.
but there's ways to turn around. So I really want to start doing more
Yeah.
spiritual based
Gotcha.
events
Love
in our
it.
I
city.
love it. Well, thank you for being
No,
here
thank
with
you.
us.
I
know.
We're
Glad
not
you
done with
came.
you. Before we leave, we always do a listen to your Thauntie, where we give our advice and pour into others. So just a real quick nugget of wisdom of a gem that you want to drop on our viewers.
Everybody, in this order: prayer, wine, and water.
There you go.
There you go.
I like it.
That's what I live by. Like,
Yeah.
pray, but I'm not gonna lie, I need a cocktail
Yeah.
every now and again,
Yeah.
and stay hydrated and exercise. But I always know, regardless, like we said, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter how deep you fall into that
Yeah.
circle or into that whatever you fall into, you can get out of it. Have that one person that you can go to bring you out of it, and it'll all work out in the end.
Amen.
I love it.
Thanks
I
for
love it.
having me. I had a
Yeah.
good time. I'm
What
coming
about
back
you?
and crash
Yeah,
the
do
show.
Yes, come back anytime.
Yes,
Back
you
and back. I had a ball.
We are gonna crash.
We're crashing the sing-along.
Yeah.
Oh yes, y'all have to come.
When
to
is the next one?
When is the
We
next
will
one?
be in July. I gotta take a month.
Okay.
Okay.
Jerry kicked my butt.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
gotta
I
take a
feel
break.
you.
We'll be in July.
What's my nugget for this week? I would just say this is really important. I've just had to learn this. When God says let go, let go. Do not hold on to anything that He has said it's time to let go of. You are blocking the blessing He has
Amen.
waiting for you.
Yeah.
So let go.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen.
That's a
amen.
word.
That right? Because if He closes one door, I promise you,
He's opening another.
He's opening a large
And it's
A
better.
window, the sunroof.
With the beat playing, with the beats playing and everything. Yes, music, sound,
Everything. Let it go.
Everything. Yeah.
everything.
So I mean, since we were talking about, just going back and giving back to the kids and stuff, like I don't know if any, young kids are watching, but even if you're not a young kid, but like, even the 20s and 30-year-olds,
Yes.
and even some of the young 40s, I like to say like, God doesn't want you to be perfect when you come.
That.
And I think that's such the misinterpretation
It is.
in Christianity. Everybody has made Christianity
That's
such a, you got to be holier
Yeah.
than thou. You can't do this, you can't do that. come as you are.
Come
That's
as you
it.
are.
He'll filter out everything else that when
it.
as
I
it
love
goes.
it. That's
You just
good.
come. Just come. Go to whatever church you go
Honey,
to
that's it.
and just get going.
Yeah.
Start
Somewhere.
praying to God. Start just, start somewhere. Just start.
Somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't even
Somewhere.
have to be in church. You can praise him wherever you are. Praise him in your car.
Yeah.
Praise him in your closet. It don't matter.
Just turn it on somebody that,
That's a preacher.
That's a preacher.
Or
Just start
just
listening.
open your word. If you
That's
want to
it.
start
Word.
small, open
That's
the
it.
Bible. And I mean,
Yes.
ask God to direct you to a passage, and I promise you,
He
He
will give it to
He
you.
will.
You can
Every time I
And you could just turn on the Thaunties, because we all like
word.
wait some kind of word for
Next
you. You
week
gotta
I'll
wait.
bring a scripture.
There you go.
Now you gonna start doing the scripture of the week.
But you know what?
Oh Lord.
My M3 scriptures, Matthew 19:26. So there you
Okay.
go.
Tell us what it is. I still gotta look stuff up.
Say it again.
I do
With
too.
God, all things are possible.
Amen.
Say it again.
Amen.
With God, all.
Oh,
A-L-L.
that
That's
part.
right.
There you
right.
go.
And it's true.
And Fee, what's your nugget?
Well, my nugget, the Lord must be speaking, because I was really stolen from Foxy on Sunday, because she just in general conversation. I think she was just talking to herself out loud. Was just like, you know what? I put that at the altar and I picked it back up. And it's just like you said, when you give it to God, don't pick it back
Don't
up.
pick it back up.
It's just got to be it.
Don't pick it
It's just
back
got to
up.
be it.
Yeah.
Because you got it from
You got it. Yeah, he's got it.
Otherwise, it's counterproductive.
Because what do they say? If you're gonna worry, don't pray, and if you're gonna pray,
There
don't
it is.
worry.
Yeah,
That's it.
exactly.
Can't do both.
Yep.
Exactly.
Can't do
Right.
both.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
So much fun. You did so good.
Sing it out.
What we singing?
First of all, tell them how they can
Yes.
follow your
What's your
social
handle?
media.
Yes.
Yes,
your handles.
M3 Events by Mechelle on Facebook as well as on Instagram. And if you need to book an event, you can call 502-759-5579.
Are you?
Hit her up.
You're not out just in Louisville, right? You
everywhere,
nationwide, you can go wherever.
Love it.
Everywhere,
She, she got some flight credits.
Oh,
That's right.
flight benefit. Team flight benefit. I can come
So
to
just
you.
see if Thauntie working at the airline. Don't be worried about it because I'm trying to get my
Yeah.
coin.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Hey,
Don't worry about
look,
it.
I'm
So what you
trying to
got
get
coming up?
Sing along in July,
Okay.
as well as you were talking about our less fortunate. I'm doing an Amplify 502 gala for our less blessed kids, just showing them that they are blessed.
Yeah.
300 kids, June the 30th. So that's my next big event.
I love that. Where's that? Where is
It's going to
that?
be at Melwood. We're doing it at Van Gogh. So
Nice.
we're making sure they're dressed in tuxes.
What do you need help with? Do you
What
need
do you
help?
need? What
Yes,
do you need?
yes, we will need help with dresses and tuxes. So I'll definitely get you all the information
Okay.
so we can make sure all
Yes.
these babies' hair, nails,
Yes.
and so just so we're loving on these babies.
Love it.
Gotcha.
So that's my next
Gotcha.
big event.
Awesome. And y'all know how to follow us. So all the platforms, the Thauntie. At this point, baby, you can just type in Thauntie and we're going to pop right up. So that's what you should do. So thanks for all of our donations. Y'all see hit us up, our Cash App.
Yes.
Shout out to our sponsors real quick.
Rise and Shine Mobile Services. If you need a ride to any event, home, school, work, just give
Whatever.
us a call. Thanks for showing up for us for Derby this week, PGA.
Yes.
If you need a ride, just let us know. Give us a call.
And one last thing, I want to shout out my sisters. For one, just got her bachelor's.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, ladies.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Love it.
So y'all out there, get moving.
Get
Do something
moving.
with your life.
Yes.
If you need help, call us. I'm
There's-
something like a
we
life
got you.
coach.
You never have a period. There's always a comma. Keep going.
Listen at you.
That's
That
right.
was real good.
Attenuation, baby.
See y'all later.
Don't give up. Touch me, tease me,
Feel me and caress me. Hold on tight and don't let go. Baby, I'm about to explode. Cause all my love you can't control.
And I don't know the rest after that.